map where you call Nigeria, how did they come inside it, or were they there from beginning?
No, sir. They were never from beginning. They came in all the way from their old Songhai Empire, Mali. They marched down. They have always been spreading and conquering. That is their modus operandi. So they came into Nigeria and
Beautiful.
conquered the people that were indigenous to Sokoto and took over that place. That was their first stepping in into Nigeria, Sokoto. And from Sokoto, they now moved across northern Nigeria and southern, and we're going towards the west to
No,
conquer Ilorin.
my brother, you don't need to go. You don't need to go into details. You've answered the question. That means these people, their aim is to invade, carry out their ethnic cleansing, carry out their land grabbing, carry out their economic strangulation, economic jihad to take over the land. That means it's the same thing as what we have been saying, that these people have only one thing in common. You don't have to do anything to be their enemy. You don't have to steal anything from them. You don't have to take anything from them. You don't have to offend them. The only problem they have with any other person is that they believe and they agree together that every other person that is not a Funani is an infidel. It doesn't matter if you have a British color, if you are Funani, even if you go to the same church, that is, if you go to Masalashi with them, if you are a Muslim, it doesn't matter. You are still an infidel. So when you take a look at the Middle East today and see what is happening there, just the same way they told the Israelites, you don't have to offend us. Even listen, they said that even if you leave this whole land of Israel for us and run away, you are still our enemy. You are still an infidel. We will still look for you anywhere until we wipe you out of this planet Earth. And that is the same thing they said to us. In other words, are you agreeing with me that whether they are Funani in the white skin, brown skin, yellow skin, or black skin, they are the same thing, and they have one thing in common: one mission, one goal, one day, one destination? Is that true?
Yes, you are very right. They all have the Sunni Salafist ideology of jihad. They will kill every other person and take over. They will, that is their agenda, and they will continue to do it until people stand up, rise up, and maybe destroy and push them back.
No, thank you so much. Thank you. You've answered my question. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ugo 247, our minister. Thank you, Biafra foreign legend. Today we are learning a lot of things. If you were here in the beginning, let me, tell us back what I said in the very beginning of this program. How did the Fulani get into Nigeria? Like our brother just said, maybe he didn't even also hear my opening. So let's compare the two and see if it matches your own Biafra legend. How did Fulani get to Nigeria? They expanded eastward from Futa Toro in Lower Senegal in the 14th century. By the 16th century, they had established themselves of Machina, Macina, upstream from the Niger Bend, and we are proceeding proceeding eastward into Hausa land. How did they enter Nigeria now? How did they enter? The other one was how they get to Nigeria. Now, how did they enter? Fulani came together under the leadership of Usman Danfolio, or in Arabic, Ottoman Fodio, in a jihad that began in 1804 against the local rulers of Hausa states. They established Sokoto Caliphate under the leadership of Danfodio's son, Mohammed Bello. So the Fulanis were never part of Hausas or Yorubas or Biafrans. They are jihadists, migrants. They only came to kill, to steal, and to destroy. So, my question to you, Biafra legend, foreign legend, what I just said, is it true?
You are very, very correct that they are migrants. They come in, conquer a place, put in their sedentary Fulani, and keep marching with their armies. And that is what they have been doing. They've totally conquered and emasculated the Hausa states. And this is why I said they were coming to the Middle Belt, which is what they wanted to do before the British forced them for a while, and which they have continued to do as of now. This idea of IDPs today is basically to displace the people, while their stooges in government will create little emirates with little IDPs for the remaining people, and later those IDPs will still be pushed away. They will still push you, will run away from the IDP and run to where it's safe. You are very, very correct, madam. Thank you.
Okay.
Also on the go on,
I
Minister.
want to ask question. Oh, my brother, Biafra, you said you're Biafra legend, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. Another question I want to ask. If the British stop them from, eliminating or wiping out or carrying out ethnic cleansing in the whole that zone map where we know as Evo Forest called Nigeria, why do you think then British that stop them can't carry power again, give them again, make the day in charge of every other person again? If truly British stop them, why?
Okay, sir. I believe that the time the British paused them was so that the economic money or the interests of the British will keep flowing to the British crown. And when the British had no use anymore as of direct control, and now they are giving like the zoo some kind of independence, and then the Fulani or the Caliphate agreed to them and said that resources will still give it to you. This is just a different charter now. You don't have direct control, but your oil, your British PBP will still be in Nigeria. It will still be here taking the oil, taking the resources for you. It's just not directly controlled. You don't need to know how we do it. Even if everybody is a Muslim, we will still give you your money. You still give you your interest. The British don't care. The British are only interested in natural resources, and they don't care if all of us are wiped out. They don't care about that.
Thank you. That's a good one. Thank you so much. I like your response.
I have one more question, my brother. So how come the same British government you're talking about that stopped them? Okay, now Nigeria is being terrorized by Fulani, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. How come they're not doing anything about their citizens, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Thank you.
Personally, I believe that one citizen of Britain, of the UK, is not more than the national interest of the UK. No country takes one citizen above its national interests. Even the United States, which will kill a United States citizen if killing the United States citizen will remove the interest of the national interest way outweigh the life of that one citizen. So for the Britain looking the other way at Nnamdi Kanu, who is their citizen, they are comparing the life of Nnamdi Kanu and the natural resources that they get for free. Remember that they are the ones who drill the oil and quote anything to NNPC till today. NNPC does not drill its oil, does not refine its oil, though we just get a quote that, oh, this is how many metric tons of oil that is being taken, natural gas has been taken. And then the Zoo Caliphate will take their own and give the country whatever they will give to share as state allocations. So the British that is there drilling the oil, and the natural gas and everything, their natural resources was threatened by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because if Biafra gets his own independence, they don't know if Biafra will honor that natural gas, natural resources capture, which Ojukwu already assured them that early from 1967 that it will not happen that way. Ojukwu told them that 80,000 tax that they were paying to the zoo as of 1967 pay it to Biafra, and that this time around, Biafra will now determine how the natural resources will be used. So they will. It's understandable that they will always look the other way. They will not side Nnamdi Kanu. They will never side Mazi, because the natural resources, the natural interests, way far outweigh the life of one citizen. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Biafra. So what I learned from you is that the Bororo Fulani is their armed group. You know, is because he said that they're divided into two. You know, the Bororo Fulani and the centric Fulani. So the Bororos are the ones that live in the bushes. They are the Fulani herdsmen. You know, they are the pastoral type that they move around. They are also armed group of these Fulanis. They are armed. It's like they are soldiers. You know, no wonder one of their ministers said that they are killing their soldiers. So the Bororo Fulani are their soldiers. Then the centric Fulani lives in town. They will now become at a particular time the governors, the president, the ministers, and all the offices of the world. You know, they set up the Emirates, you said, you know, and it's true. So at the end of the day, you advised that, so when we are fighting, that we should fight both of them. We should not only fight their armies. Whilst we are fighting the Bororos, their armed type, we should also be fighting their centric types, which are their governors, their presidents, their parliamentary, all those workers, that the type of Fulani that live at home. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. You're well prepared. Thank you. Thank you. So, can we go to Nonso? I don't know who is first here. And meanwhile, my co-host, I've been trying to, I don't know what's happening. Emeka, are you there? Can you hear me, Emeka? Emeka is just hijacked there. Anyway,
thank you very much, my host, Stella. I have just a simple question for my brother, Biafra. We all could remember very, very clearly when our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who happened to be a Biafran first, but and also happened to be a British citizen. Now, in the interest of natural resources, like the way my brother have just said now, which is quite very, very well understood, that no country would like to trade their natural interest to maybe one of their citizens. I could remember very, very clearly when our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was, deliberating on this issue. He's made it very clear to the world, live on air, that all we need is Biafra. All we are fighting for is just, for us to be free, a freedom to live. We are not depending on natural resources. And it is very, very quite clear that the whole world was listening, and the British government also, they are also aware of this. So I see no reason why this man was unlawfully kidnapped. We are talking of unlawfully kidnapped, and he's suffering for he was kidnapped, and the British citizen is keeping quiet just because this is not a matter of natural interest. This is a matter of life. This is a matter of freedom. This is a matter of, right to live. We are not depending on the natural interest. We are not. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu he had never be agitating for natural interest, and he made it very clear, because he got to an extent where I think he got to know that maybe, yes, because we all know that it is because of the natural resources that they are stealing. The natural resources that have been stealing illegally for years. That is what they are trying to protect and to keep. But right now, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, made it very clear to the whole world that we are not depending on natural resources, that if they want, we will give it to them for free. That we just want to be free. We just want our freedom, the right to live. So I want to ask a very good question now. Why is it still up till now, just for humanity's sake, just for humanity? Why is it still that the British are still keeping quiet, and our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who happened to be a British citizen, is still being illegally detained in the DSS custody in Nigeria, which they are the masters. So this is my question, because I don't want us to be pointing towards the direction of natural resources, because our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, one, he's a Biafran first. Second, he happens to be a British citizen, and for him to be kidnapped and to be in the DSS dungeon, and the British are keeping quiet, because I heard very well clear that he said that we are not depending on natural, and which we all agree to that. As I am now, I am not depending on natural resources. I don't know how many of us are still depending on oil. We are fighting for our freedom. We are fighting for life. This is the reason why. So I want to know the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still being held illegally, even when the UN and even when the court in the zoo has set him free. I want to still know what is the other interest. And still here, we are still talking about who are the Fulanis. Who are the Fulanis? In short, let me just leave it there, because let my brother just, if you have something to say concerning this thing, this is a very, very important one. I want you to clarify me on this, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not based on natural interest. Thank you.
Can I put one more question?
Okay, I think he has even answered this question before.
No,
he tried to answer this question.
My sister.
Paul, hold on. Paul, hold on now. Biafra legend, can you try and answer this question again? With your, Fulani
Yes.
know-how. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, my sister. Thank you, my brother, for the question. But we all heard Oyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, Biafra will not, if they want, we will give the oil for them for free. But that the British government needs, even the treaties that they signed in paper, documented treaties, they are very cunning people that have stayed for many, many years, conning their way through Europe. So yes, it was said on broadcast, maybe there has been no treaty signed yet between the government, whether it's the government of Biafra and the British government. There has been no treaties, no real no sit tete-to-tete, face-to-face discussion about natural resources that they currently still hold control of through their Fulani puppets. The caliphate in Nigeria.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Stella. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. You've just answered me. I understand that. But now I want to ask you another question based on this fact. Have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu severally, I repeat, severally approached this same British government based on these Biafra issues and presented any of all these documents or any of all these things? Because I know very, very well that before our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will come on air, because I also heard him very clearly that he has been making so many moves concerning this Biafra, and anywhere he goes and talks about Biafra, everybody runs away. So I want to know, has Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made an offer? Because has he made any offer, try to make any move? Or has the UK government tried to make any move? Or since he has been detained in the dungeon, since this could be their interest, have they made any move to negotiate or to see if this is what it takes? Now we are ready to free you as our own citizen. Go and let your people be free. I want to know, have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made any move? Because at least he has tried. The only one the evidence I have now is that he came on air, live on broadcast, and he made it very clear to the world that we are not depending on natural resources. And why is it still being detained?
My brother, you're asking me like as if I'm the Chancellor of the UK.
No, brother, don't mind me. This is the way I speak, okay? Calm down, okay? I'm not. I know na school, okay? I know na debation class, okay?
You are boiling, so, but you are asking Biafra legend as if he's part of the Fulani Nigerian government. In Nigeria, the question now.
Let me answer it, please. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Britain will never allow his freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us that Britain knows who we are. Britain were never great. It is Biafra that were great. And they took our greatness and put it on their own. They saw the Star of David. They saw who we are. And if they allow us, that we will rule the world. Britain They had ruled the world before in their empire, and they don't want Biafra to rise. Now they saw that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is making a move to liberate his people, that Biafra will rule the world. That is why they can never support anything to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's what I believe. Thank you.
Sister
Can I
Stella,
say something?
I want to
Can I
appreciate, I
say
want to use this
something?
opportunity to appreciate Biafra, my brother. Thank you very much. You just answered me and you gave me a satisfied answer, because these people, they already knew who we are. They knew that we are greater than them. They knew that we are there before them. They knew that if they give us any little slight chance, they will never see our back. Even with the natural resources that they are killing us for, we will give them everything. They know that we can give them everything, and we will still become what we want to be. Thank you very much, my brother. I really appreciate that.
Let me chip in one thing.
Can I just chip in something what Moya said? Listen, and also you said, how are they gonna react? Listen, these people are beasts. The only way they can react is a trigger of God. That is, you have to raise a strong army that will make them to react. For
That
just
is
a
it.
mere word, they know you how great you are. If they know that great in you, and if this army, and that is why our prime minister is the key to where we are looking for. You see, resistant fighters and liberation army, you have to raise a strong army. That is the reason why, if you are from African continent, you want to move a mountain, you have to raise a strong army around you. And if you're a continent, you are a country in Africa, you have to raise a strong army to shake Britain to just come for negotiation. Simple as ABC.
Thank you very much. Let me add in addendum to that too. I want to give examples of when the honors or the treaties that the British still honor till today. The Americas got their independence from the British after they fought them. They didn't just sit and talk and sign treaties and say, oh, for life and honor and morality values. No, they fought. The Jews that we see today, the state of Israel, fought the colonial masters of the because after the World War II, the administrators of that place you call Israel today, after the Ottoman Empire was dismantled, was the British. The Jews kept bombing their police stations, attacking their soldiers, until the UK abandoned it for the UN. And the day they abandoned it, the Jews declared their state of Israel, and then the 5 Arab states around them tried to capture them. But by that time, the Jews had made a strong army. So Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our Oyendu, he had gone to speak to them several times. But as of that time, the British government does not honor anything because might is right. As of that time, we haven't had an army. At that time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had not raised the Eastern Security Network. The Biafran Liberation Army had not stood up yet. So, of course, there will be no negotiations. The last negotiation with Biafra was with Ojukwu because there was an army. Biafra had an army at that time, and they negotiated with Ojukwu, even though the negotiations didn't go according to plan. They went back to side the caliphate that was sitting in Dodan Barracks, Lagos at that time. But they will only discuss with Biafra today if we have a strong enough force. And with that force, that is when they will now sit and talk, and not just having a force. They will be confrontation. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said it. They will kill us, we will kill them. At the end, Biafra will come. Those indomitable, those words he said, are words of wisdom. It's not just they will kill us, Biafra will just appear out of the... That is when the real negotiation table will come. When after the conflict has happened and is happening, there will be a table and negotiations will happen. That is just like Southern Sudan, just like how all other countries who have gotten independence, no country has gotten independence by just simply waving flags, talking. No, it doesn't happen. There will be those people who have the interest, the national interest, must be confronted, and you must confront them with superior force. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I want
Okay,
to chip
so
in some.
let's get
Sorry,
to
Stella.
our people now, because a lot of people are, their hands are paining
Yeah,
them.
Stella, please. You know, Britain.
Hmm?
Britain. Do you know there's a treaty between the Fulani and the British because for what they are getting in the land of Biafran land, and until Fulani get rid of the whole Biafrans, this treaty will never. They will never relinquish it, and it will still be going on. That is why they will never leave Mazinam Kanu, because of their interest, what they are getting. Britain, they are getting something without paying from the land of Biafra, because them and Fulani had something they wrote down before they left the land for Fulani people to take charge of. That's what I want to chip in. Thank you.
Thank you to one more, but they must leave on our Emenko by fire by force.
Yeah,
Thank you.
fire.
By fire by force. Two of them,
Let me chip something
fire
before our
and
sister sis to come in.
force.
Let me just chip
Eh?
it. Let me just chip in something before sis. Yeah, like as 0211 just said. Listen, there's something I want us to understand here. Somebody made mention that the oil in our land. This is a resources in our own ancestral land. And if you understand right now, there are people protecting these resources for the British people. Who are those people? Terrorists in uniform, the soldiers. And that is why I don't want to give a long tips from my own observation, because for what I observe, you can see that you have to take these people down. That is why when they are going down, they will have to come with a tribunal jet, because they have a mission. And we have to have our own mission. That is why you see our prime minister and the government always hit hammer on fund of ESL Liberation Army and Resistance Army, because that is where you have to put these people down. If you don't take those that is protecting these resources, these illegal resources for them down, then the people that is having the pain has to come and negotiate with those that are taking their soldiers down. So everything has to be with these people that is protecting these illegal resources, that they make me and you to drown in the Mediterranean Sea to survive, to come and clean their toilets. Now it is time for us to make sure that we just take our one hacker, for those who understand, and take what belongs to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Susie Warrior, you have the mic.
Thank you, my beautiful sister. Yeah, that has been a great one. So some of my the question I wanted to ask, they asked it. So ask some of the question, and our brother have answered it. Biafra for foreign legion. Yeah. All I want to add to everything they said, my own thoughts, is that this Britain, what do they call them? I don't know what they call themselves. I don't care. May I speak my Ogbonge language. May they ready, may they go tie their wrapper. For them to continue taking their resources before, we could have still give to them. Our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, said he will give it to them if it is that they want, but all we want is to go free from Nigeria. We just want to be country of our own. In turn, I will give the resources to you free. But they didn't listen to that. They want everything 100% for themselves. Now, they will not get shishi from it again. And if they say that they will not leave our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, this message is to the Britain, those colonial criminals that have brought Fulani to the land. They amalgamate Nigeria together and give power to Fulani, somebody that is not even indigenous person of the land. Ask me if they will allow a foreigner to be power in their land, to have power in their land. They will not allow this. They will come to somebody else's land and started giving name to state, dividing everybody, kill and divide. That will not work again. They have to prepare. Britain, make una go ready. Make una go ready to kill more than 100 million Biafra alongside with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Just be prepared to eliminate, to kill more than 100 million Biafrans. That resources, you will not get it if you cannot eliminate us from 67 stroke 70 that you divided us. You kill more than 3 million children. You starve them to death. Britain. Now you are still keeping our leader, innocent man, a prophet from God. You are still keeping him in the prison for your own selfish wickedness, for your own selfish interest, for what doesn't belong to you. Just go and prepare. If you are a Britain, I hate you. The leaders, all the leaders of Britain, you are evil. They are more wicked than the same Fulani. Because when they say they conquer them, when they saw that Fulani, they are animals, they will say, these people through these people we can get what we have. So let us negotiate with these people. They negotiate with them, buy some other Ifule for among the indigenous people, and they hand over power to the Fulani. How does that? You hand over power to the animals that are not even part of the land. They are not even indigenous people of the land. Those Britain, they are part of Fulani. Because Fulani, they are not just. I remember when I small for Ring Road for Ring Road for Edo. If we travel call town that time, because I grew for our village. If we call town that time, Fulani, what would they see? There be a Caucasian color. There be this Caucasian color. They have long, very long hair. They are Caucasian color. I can't say they are white because there's nothing like white. It's something that cloth that or materials that are white. Those people, they have that evil color. This Caucasian color is actually evil color. They are that color. They have started this thing for years. They intermarried. They are so patient. They started intermarrying with the Africans. That is how they now get somebody like Buhari. They now bought somebody like this evil Shetima. Me, they would say, if you are going to do, maybe Tinubu go do DNA test. That Tinubu now it's full and need blood there body. Not be Yoruba, because they don't even know where that man will come. When we say we Shetima, they destroy our people property for Lagos. So Fulani, they are evil. They start because the Bible described them. It said the devil come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. That is the only thing. Among these three things, tell me what Fulani are not doing. Among these three things that the Bible just say about devil. Fulani, they are the incarnation of devil. They are everywhere. They are all over the world. Their initial colors are Caucasian color. They are not from any part of Africa. All the African land, just what it's the same Fulani that whitewash Egypt, and not Egypt, Morocco. Morocco were people like Africans. Were people like beautiful colors like me and you. They took their time for more than 800 years. The slave trade started from that side. The Fulani, the Arab, they entered there. They started selling these people, taking them as slaves, raping their wife and children, having their color of of Africa. Then from there they started going to other parts of Africa. This Fulani, they are Caucasians. They are the people God said He wanted to wipe away from the surface of the land. That devil, because He said the devil comes to kill, to steal, and to destroy. Among these three things, the Fulani, they are inside. Is their mayhem. They are in this world. They are everywhere. They are killing people everywhere. They kill even Muslims that is not Fulani. They will even kill them. If you go to Syria,
Shisu,
it is the Arabs that are there that are even killing them.
Shisu, they kill on serious Muslims.
I tell you.
Serious Muslims.
Then the Westerners know that those people they are wicked. They are already animal on their own. They are now using them, the evil Westerners. So my brothers and sisters, Britain, join my word. If you say you want to come and take even 1 liter of oil from our land, and you don't leave our leader for us, be ready to kill more than 100,000 100 million Biafrans. We are more than 100 million Biafrans. Be ready to kill us. It's only when you eliminate us from the surface of the earth, that is when you will have access to even only one drop of our resources. Thank you. I will leave it here.
Thank you, sis. You are right. On this point, then I have a question. Since Fulani represent evil, to kill, to steal, to destroy, and Britain told us that Fulani are their friends. You remember, guys? Since Fulani are their friends, I have this question. Fulani then and Britain, which one is more evil? As you pick the mic, answer also. Thank you.
Please, it is a Britain. British are more evil. You know why? Because this British, in my own conclusion, the way I am thinking right now, I am now believing that this Fulani are the nomadic British second citizen. So maybe now they have now find safe haven in Nigeria. They are now find safe haven in Nigeria, whereby this nomadic Fulani are now working for their interest. That is the reason why when you see a Biafra man or a Christian, whenever you go to the UK, before 2 months or 3 months, if that Fulani is going to live a better life, or if you are going to make it, you will find out that even when that Fulani is nomadic, you will find out that that person, they will first of all issue their document to that Fulani, instead giving to you. You will must suffer or must pass through every other protocol before you get anything fruitful in that land. Why is it so?
Exactly. Somebody mentioned before that in Germany, they have the Arab have overtaken. Exactly, because we all know that what is this place? Turkish. Turkish was a Christian country. The same this Arab, which are now this Fulani. If we are saying Fulani, they are African Arab. They immigrate. They come there. They intermarry with people and started having colored children like us. They are. They say that the Turkish is second citizen of Germany. Turkish is everywhere in Germany. They are in the politics. They are everywhere. They are governors. They are everywhere. If you see what the Turkish are doing, they don't work. They are not working, but they drive the best car. The car the Turkish can drive. You Africa, you cannot drive it. If you even work out and manage to buy a car like that, before you know it, police will be stopping you. They will be interrogating you. They want to know what you are doing. They want to know how you get that money. How you like this? They drive this kind of car. For Italy, where I stay, the same thing. Our black, even though they got money, if you don't let them use the money for themselves, they cannot buy a better car. Once you buy a good car, police, you will be the target of police. They want to know everything you are doing. They want to know your account details. How you tell they get money? What do they do? How you tell they maintain this big car? But Arab, they go drive the car where Arab they, but even the Italian citizens, they don't the driver. They're not go touch them. They're not go because Europe have been catch up already. They know what these people can, just as Nigerians, all those Fulefu politicians are afraid of the Fulani, of the Arab, because they know what they are afraid of them. That is how the Europe, they know that they are over, because they are part of the Arab. They are the same people. They are the same people. They brought them to come and steal from Africa. They are the same people. They are evil. Have you seen the video that is trending around the Twitter? What they do? What they do? This thing, man to man, come out from them. They are the Babylonians. Those people that God wanted to, that God erased, that God destroyed.
Sorry, Warrior Queen. Sorry, Warrior Queen. I still want my sister Stella. Sorry, Warrior Queen. I want my sister Stella to understand that even this Fulani, they are also here in Europe. They call them gypsy. They call them gypsy people. If you see them, they don't live like the normal Europeans. They are here. They are everywhere. So these people, to answer your question, Sisu, so that other people can speak. Our question was that the British and the Fulani, which one are more worse? I am saying that my own take is that the British are more worse, because these are the people sponsoring these people, committing all this evil all over the world. Because today now, as I'm talking to you, in British, they have the highest population of protests that are supporting Hamas against Israel today. What is going on all over the Europe today? Go to France. This Muslim are taking over. go to everywhere. When I was in Austria early this year, it was also these same people that are taking strategic positions in Austria, in Vienna. They are taking over everywhere. You understand? So I don't understand what is really going on. That is the reason why we all have to really wake up and, you know, try to make sure we do everything possible to defend our land. Because somebody have just answered this question, that what are we going to do to stop this? We have to, what Samuel Ekpa is doing is the point. So that is where we all have to focus on, support our Biafra Liberation Army, and let us fight these people right from our own land. This time around, they are not going to get they are not going to get nothing without our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu not being released, and without them not coming to us on a round table and negotiate properly with us, and we will give them our terms and conditions, because they have killed a lot of us. So this time around, they should be willing to come in a round table and listen to us. I am telling you, my brothers and sisters, this is not time for us to be panicking. This is not time for us to be fearing. This is not time for us to be scared. This is our own land. We have to stand and fight for our own land. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have made it very clear to us that even if it is only one person, only one Biafra that is remaining, that we must stand to defend our land, that we will make sure that we will leave no stone unturned. So what are we doing right now? This is what we should be talking about. What we're supposed to be doing is that we should be thinking of how to raise more funds to make sure that we equip our men on ground, to make sure that they continue to defend our land, because as you can all see, that the Nigeria economy, that the Nigeria and the British interests are crashing every day by day. As I'm talking to you right now, their economy is nowhere to be found in. They are crashing every day because of the activities of our men on ground, defending our land, defending that same natural resources, which has been their interest, and now they are not seeing the effects. So we need to do more, so that until when it will get to the extent that they will come to a round table and say, no, we have to negotiate with these people. This is my point, and this is my final submission. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, you host. Please, we should try to endeavor to look at this direction. Thank you.
Thank you,
Please, can I, my host, can I? Yeah, thank you, my host. Thank you for this. Has been very incisive, very enlightening. It's very good. You see, somebody asked a question. Britain and the Fulanis, who are the worst, or who is more sinister, or who is more evil. You see, Cockroach says it is not the person that killed me that I will blame so much. It's the one that said, look at Cockroach, look at Cockroach, where you going? So Britain is more evil than Fulani. The thing is, you see, we cannot do what we cannot be useful to Britain as much as the Fulanis can be useful to them, because the Fulanis they are barbaric in nature. They don't have conscience like us. Britain can tell them to wipe out everybody in Nigeria just to make sure that they have their way, and they will do it. But we will not do that. So the only way to take back our land and to resist the British domination through the Fulanis is to fight, arm ourselves, fight, and make sure we fight. That's the only way. You see, the agreement they have with the Fulanis, like our brother have rightly expatiated, which our leader also have in his lectures also mentioned. Even our Prime Minister, the agreement, the Fulani. You see, the British will never put boots on Nigeria to fight Biafrans. They will never do that. They will never send soldiers. They will give all the technical assistance, they will give all the weapons, but they will never put their boots here. You see, the Fulanis is brutal, devilish, and Britain knows that. They know that they are the willing tools they can use, because these people don't have. It's only in Nigeria that they have been able to ascendancy. You see, Ghana did not give them any room. If you listen to, if you go back and listen to what Ghana did, the same thing happened, which is Futajalon, which is where they actually, where they have majority of the Fulanis. They can only be vice president. Each time they want to get to presidency, there will be a coup to make sure they don't become the president. It's only in Nigeria that Nigerians are so lousy. So I don't know what kind of people that inhabit this country. It's only in Nigeria they have been able to get to the hem of affairs. This nomadic Fulanis, you see that you see all over the world, everywhere, causing trouble everywhere, everywhere. There is no difference between the Fulanis and the Hamas. The same attitude, the same character. You remember that during the Hamas something, somebody who was killing Israel, who was calling his father to tell his father how many Israelis have killed, and the father was congratulating him. Can you imagine that? That we can't do that. We are not so. We can never be useful to Britain as Fulanis can be useful to them, because the British people are a fellow compatriot, those who are also as wicked as they are, and they found them in the Fulanis. So the treaty the Kanu was offering them, you can have the time has passed. They won't have it again. This time around, we are going to fight, defend our land, and defeat the Fulanis, which we have done, and we will finally put a stop to it. Then Britain will now come and sit down, and it's not what our leader offered them previously was in the interest of humanity and peace. That era has passed. They have pushed us to the war. Thank God for our prime minister, who has a military training and who understands that you can never get freedom a platter of gold. So he has made up his mind, and we have also made up our mind. We'll make sure that we fight this war to a standstill and then defeat them. And then we can then sit down, like our brother said, BIAFRA Foreign Legion. It's at that point we can now sit down to negotiate on our own terms on what to do, on how they can trade with us. They have missed that opportunity. But let me tell you, Britain will never put boots on Nigeria. They will only depend on their ally, which is the Fulanis. They will give them all the aids they need. They will give them whatever they need, but they will never put boot here. So our leader will be released, no doubt about it. But one thing is that we must fund our armies, fighters, and fight. There is no two way about it. We must fight to get out, to defeat these people finally. That is the point. Maybe I'll come back
Thank
later.
you, sir. Okay, because your mic is also breaking. You understand? Thank you, sir. Because we are many here raising an up hand, so I can run them around.
Sorry, please, can I?
Can you?
Yeah.
Hello, please, can I come in, please?
Yeah, please. I just have a few minutes. I'm very much in a tight place. Thank
Please,
you.
can we
Thank
have
you.
Eunice? Oh, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Can you hear me, Sister Stella?
Yes, ma'am. Go on.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. My comrades. I'm sorry. Please let me just take 1 minute. I actually, sneaked out too. There's something that is boiling inside me. I said, let me just quickly, point it out. Good morning once again from here, and thank you, Sister Stella, and every other comrades in the house. As you go, and Biafra Foreign Legion. Actually, I was listening attentively when Biafra Foreign Legion was speaking, and I got a lot of points from what he said. And someone was actually saying he wasn't making no sense, but I was wondering, like, he's actually making a lot of sense. And Sister Stella, like you rightly said, he was actually making a lot of sense. So, when I look at our people, like those who have decided to be used by the devil to sabotage the cause of our freedom, and it pains my heart. These people are not joking. You see, these Fulanese, they don't joke. They don't play at all. We are jokers. We have, I'm sorry, not us here. My people are, I'm sorry to use that word, jokers. You see people who are determined to wipe you off the face of the earth, and you are still determined, to sabotage. You are still determined to, betray your brother, kill your own brother just for some pennies, some peanuts. It hurts my spirit. There was this video I watched, I think 2015, if I'm not mistaken, where this scholar in the US, resident in the US, this man is a bookworm. He was being interviewed and he was saying it out there loud and clear about how they have infiltrated into all the African countries and that Nigeria is their main target. This man wasn't hiding it. He spit everything out there for you to hear. That they are working towards getting the land, the indigenous land, that they are the rightful owners of the land. And you sit your ass down working on how to betray your brother who is fighting for your own freedom from these lunatics. Just like Biafra Foreign Legion said, when Mazugo asked him, are we only to fight the nomadic ones, the pastoralists? He said, no, you have to fight them all around. You have to fight both those in the corridors of powers, because that is where they work from. They give these nomadic ones, they give them the power. Imagine a headsman with a sophisticated weapon, and you begin to wonder, where did this man get this ammunition from? They are being sponsored from all over. They have them all over from the Arab world, sponsored. These people are stinkingly rich. And they can go at any length to fund whoever. Boko Haram, you see how many they are, how many, 7 or 8. They fund them every day. Even if you catch them today, tomorrow they have more sophisticated ones. And you are there fighting your brother. Are we not cursed? I'm so sorry to use that word. So the other thing I wanted to add to the point made by Biafra Foreign Legion is that we are not only fighting these people, physically. Like the saying, the spiritual controls the physical. I believe so much in, spiritism, like spirituality. Sometimes people say, oh, you don't have to pray or do this or do that. Yes. The more we are fighting these people with ammunitions, arms, and, stuff like that, they have their voodoo lords. I don't know the right word to use. They have them doing voodoo. These people are good at voodoo. I read some article some time ago, I think 2020 or 2019, when our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking about we are not eating the cow meat, the Fulani cows, So I was like worried. I wanted to know about this voodoo stuff. And I read where they were narrating how they do this voodoo stuff. Like they use the tongue of the cow and the feet of the cow. And they have significance. The tongue, when they do that voodoo, it's for you, the indigenous ones, you are not able to talk, like to come after them, to say anything against them. Even if you do say something, the next moment you have forgotten. Like something happens now and you're saying, oh, we are going to deal with these Fulanis. You are going to do. Oh, look at how they've killed our people. Then the next week, you see our people. You see them. No, these people are good though. These people, we can actually live with them. Oh, they are not bad. They are not that bad. That is what voodoo does. It darkens our inner minds. It's like, I don't know, a kind of darkness covers the brains and minds of our people. And the feet of the cow is that wherever their feet steps on or step into or on, they conquer. That is what their voodoo is all about. I don't know. Some other person might know more than this, but this is what I read about Fulanis and their voodoo, and they are very good at it. The more we are fighting them with our arms, the more we should fight them spiritually. We need more on the Ogomo. Those people that say they can see tomorrow, see next tomorrow. We need them now. We need all those prophets that say they can see your house address, they know the color of your panties, the color of your boxes. We need them in this struggle because these people, they are not joking and they are out to do that which they have sworn to do. We are infidels. Take it or leave it, however you want to paint it. We are infidels to them. We are not, but that is how they see us. We cannot fight them only with guns and bullets. You know, this the Israelis, someone was saying something about the pig stuff. We need to rear more pigs. They detest pig. Anything we know we can do to, conquer these people. However, in whichever, even if it means going to the deep of the sea, I don't mind going. I'm telling you, because I cannot stand to watch my generation obliterated from the face of the earth and have these people's wish come to pass. They are not playing. They are not. All over the world, they have their sponsors. They control this. You see, what's his name? Mazi Simonepa posted about what's this man? He's now raising alarm that the Boko Haram, these Fulanis, they have vowed to wipe the indigenous people off the face of the earth. And it's happening. My people, we need to wake up. We need to wake up. You watch them.
Can I say something, please?
Yeah. So
Please,
let me just
let her finish. No, hold on. Biafra ancestors. Hold on, I'll give you mic and you have the whole time to talk, please.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done. But I just want us to know that these people are not playing, so we are not, to play. We should fortify ourselves, spiritually and ammunition wise. Anyhow, our men, I bless God for them, and I thank God for giving us such gallant men and women who have staked their life. They said, rather we die than to watch these people wipe us out of the face of the earth. And we need to sponsor them. We need to support them. Even if it means eating just one meal per day, I keep saying it, just one meal. Let us sacrifice for the sake of our next generation. You hear their imams wherever they said, even if you leave your land, they will look for you wherever you are and wipe you off. That is their determination.
So there's no need of even running away from them, Eunice.
There's no need running away from them.
So you run away,
we can't be cowards. Exactly. We can't be cowards in our own land. Thank you very much for this time. And I thank you all for listening. And I yield my mic.
Thank you, madam. Emeka, my co-host, I've been trying to bring you in. I'm not able to do that. And I don't know what to do. Emeka, maybe you drop and come back again and pick you up, because I've been trying to bring you up. I can't. So I don't know what to do. Can we give a
Emeka is here. Emeka is there. Other?
Can we give
Emeka is your co-host already.
No, I can't see it because there's a point in front of me that I can't bring him up. The point is saying bring him up. When I now click bring him up, I'm not able.
Emeka, can you speak? Maybe it's my side. Me, I'm free. Emeka or Raya, it's your co-host.
Yeah, Emeka has been showing as a co-host since I started listening.
Yeah,
he's still there.
What is showing me here is a point.
Emeka is there now. Okay, Emeka, just speak. Just speak so that.
Speak now, Emeka. Let me hear you.
He's giving you a thumbs up.
Thumbs up doesn't mean anything.
Go down,
can you speak?
Go down, Emeka. Go down entirely.
Go down and come back. So you
come back. Yes.
I can't connect you. Okay, can we give 1 cent to Biafra Legion because this is our university today?
Thank you very much. No, I cannot take over the position of university. He's too grounded. Okay, I wanted to respond to the question that a brother asked about between the UK and the Fulani, who is the more evil or sinister partner of enemy between us. Personally, I believe it's the Fulani, the Caliphate. Why I say this is even the UK is already on. It's going to be colonized by the Arabs very soon. It's on that train already. They are already, in fact, they are on the last foothold. So they are not the major partners it was before. Now, why I say the Fulani or the Caliphate is because the Fulani is just one arm of the Islamic Jihad Caliphate. They are not the only ones, and they have access to huge resources. When the Biafran Republic was declared in 1967, Nigeria knew it could not fight and win Biafra. So he immediately went and joined the OIC, Organization of Islamic Countries, as an observer. In 1967, this was done by Gowon. And Nigeria regularized its membership in 1986, I think, under Babangida, to become like a full member. Until today, the Christians of Nigeria can, or even the secular Nigerians, have not raised any discrepancy or any voice against why is Nigeria a member of the Organization of Islamic Countries. And why I say this was because when Nigeria joined OIC, that was when Egypt was able to provide its air force, its pilots who flew the Nigerian bombardment against Biafra. This was in 1967. So when we are talking about the Fulani to fight the caliphate, we shouldn't just be looking at the British. The British, like my other brother said, will not send their boots down into Nigeria or Biafra land. They might send some trainers or some special operators who will coordinate the Nigerian troops, which they've always been doing.
Some arms.
Of course, they will always sell arms. They are one of the major suppliers in the world. So they will sell to whoever wants to buy. If we want to buy, they will sell through their proxies. We will get those arms. That is their business. They are world seller of weapons, anyways, like the Americans and some other countries out there. So, but I believe that we need to tackle the existential threat that is close to us than looking far away across the ocean at the British Empire, the UK as it stands today. The Caliphate is right close to us. They are the people whose troops, whose Bororo troops, militants, call it Boko Haram, call it Ansaru, call it Al Qaeda, call it Islamic State of the West African province, call it any of the millions of groups, call it Fulani headsmen, call it whatever Nigeria wants to term it, bandits. It is those Bororo militants, Bororo soldiers, like my sister said, who will do the shooting and the killing and the beheading and the displacement, the ethnic displacement. So while we are fighting those ones, we will also be tackling and fighting the sedentary Fulani who are in the corridors of power, who are in the elite positions of society across Nigeria. We will need to be tackling, and their allies, whether it's the Fulani, the Hausa allies, the Igbo allies, who join them, such as Hope Uzodimma, and all the other people who sign up, Asari Dokubo, and all other Biafrans who sign up to be agents of the caliphate. We need to also be tackling those people too, straight bumper to bumper. I believe that we also need, because as of this day, when you come into the world of geopolitics, you need to have lobby groups. We need to have just lobby groups because, like my sister said, and I also said this earlier, you can't defeat an ideology. This is an Islamic ideology. Fulani is not the only Islamic group The Sunnis are not the only. Hamas, for example, they will keep receiving weapons. They've even gone and received weapons from Iran, which is a Shia, different type of group, Islam group. They will receive because this Islamic, they will need to fund that their caliphate, that their jihadi agenda. So the Fulani, we will not defeat them only one on one. We don't even have that population. We have people who are, we're not barbarians like these guys. People who live in the jungle, whose aim is just to go and conquer. That is not our type of people. So I think that our PM, I think, and his cabinet, they already have this in their mind already. They will also be maybe working on this too, or maybe they've already started working on this. They've not just haven't brought it out to the forefront yet. We need to have international lobby, not the lobby of DOS, those guys, those ones, no, be those type of lobby. The proper G2G, government to government type of lobby. That is why when, even if Biafra will have new treaties, it must be G2G. It was not the time of when Mazi Oyendu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was approaching them. That time we were still in the agitation mode. We were not in liberation storm mode as of that time. We were not in a government. It is only now that we can actually approach. Just like how the US was able to go into Libya was because the government in exile of Libyan government in exile in Misrata was able to invite NATO and US in. The same thing when they go into Syria, it is the government in exile, Syrian government in exile, that was able to invite them in. It was the same thing when Russia went into Ukraine, the eastern Ukrainians of Donetsk and Luhansk, those governments there were able to invite the Russians in. It is now we have gotten to the point of liberation. So the government, that is when we are discussing treaties, the treaties will not take into account. It was not back then when we were still protesting, waving our flags, trying to get the world to understand humanitarian values and all. By that time, they look at us as just agitation. We're just agitating, we're just protesting. We haven't got this now that we are raising our army. We need to focus on that. We need to have our defense forces strong enough. But while we are doing that, we also need G2G, government to government talks to be going on, because that is the way the Fulani has always been. The Fulani Caliphate, like I just gave us a timeline now. They approached the Organization of Islamic Countries while they were approaching the British for arms. While they were approaching the Americans were embroiled in the Vietnam War, so they didn't want to, they took a neutral stand. They approached the British. The British only gave in because the British were already talking to Biafra already through Juku. They only gave in when they saw that Nigeria was talking to the Russians. So you see that the Caliphate, they are very good in diplomacy. We can give that to them, and we must also take that, we must also imbibe that too. They approached the Russians, they approached the British, they approached the OIC, they got the Egyptians to come and fly their jets to bomb us. They got this, got that, they were able to run around. Of course, they had more resources. They had our stolen wealth propelling them. But as of now, we are already diverse. We are spread out across the world already. We have a government in exile who is very, very on point with educated people who can actually reach out and have this down to down. Like a couple of us has actually said this thing. Today, they won't get anything for free again. The time when we were giving them, we were telling them to come and take this thing, we will give you for free. We're not interested in these resources. It has gone. Now we need those resources to build our nation, because any nation that comes out, that when Biafra gets its independence, we need resources to build the country to become like Dubai or Singapore or like Copenhagen or Amsterdam or like whatever we want to build. We need resources to do it, and it's not only with taxation of the people that have already been dehumanized by the Nigerian state. We need those resources to build our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So you mean to tell us that Britain, they're also in soup in the hands of the Fulanese?
The British people are currently fighting a survival struggle, which it's not an armed struggle, but it's an ideological struggle. They've opened their borders. They are right now being, in fact, their government, a lot of their mayors now are people of Arab descent. Now, mayors and city mayors, people in positions of power, and that is why even though Hamas, everyone can see what Hamas did. You can see the amount of political rallies that are going on in London and in parts of the UK
Serious.
supporting people that beheaded, that commit terror attacks, basically.
Imagine.
So all the money going to Hamas, instead of building water, electricity, good roads, improving the life of Palestinians in Gaza at least, they are building rockets. They are buying equipment. They are buying equipment because they have that agenda. It's part of their Hamas charter that Israel must not exist. So
Thank you.
same thing they have it with us, that they will sink their Quran in the Atlantic. They have it.
Thank you, bro. Can we go to Biafra
I
ancestors?
have a question for the brother, please. I don't know if I can go ahead.
Who's speaking now?
Rich.
Rich.
Yes, yes.
Okay, you want to ask a question? Okay.
Yes, okay, thank you very much, my brother Biafra legend. You are so sound in mind. And there's this question I want to ask. Is there any other part of the world where if they want to elect their president, they have to go to Chatham House in London? And what does that mean? If a country cannot elect their president without going to Chatham House, it means that that country is under slavery and they are still under colonialism. So is colonialism a legal thing under the UN law? So if it is not, so why is it that the UN allows it, that it continues like this? Two questions I ask you. Is there other countries that go to Chatham House before they elect president? And slavery and colonialism, are they legal laws? Are they allowed under the UN laws? Those are my questions. Thank you very much. And we need to see more of you as well. Because this is the first time I'm hearing from you.
Okay, I heard your questions, even though your voice was very low. I'll start with your second question. You said if colonialism and slavery are legal laws under the United Nations. Now, I would say that the United Nations is it's a young baby. It started after the League of Nations after World War II, and the purpose of that was to stop Europe killing themselves. Basically, that was the reason, the white people killing themselves in that huge manner, where millions, over 10 million people died in Europe fighting Nazism and all that, fascism and all that. So that is a UN baby. Sorry.
Rich, can you mute your mic so we can hear your answer to your question now?
Okay, thank you.
Rich.
Okay, thank you.
Rich, can you mute your mic? Okay.
Okay, so well, before I was interrupted, that UN thing, it was not built for you and I. It's not built for Africa. It was built to stop the white man from killing themselves in such mega manners. Now it translates out to the whole world, and we all have a seat there, or the zoo has a seat there where they go and discuss. But at the end of the day, they have no real power over the UN, and they must follow. They are not members of the Security Council. No African country is. So that already answers your question that irrelevant of whatever decisions are going to be made, they will veto or unveto or decide what they want to do. That body was not created for you and I. And then to your first question, which countries go to Chatham House? Now, usually all the countries that are British Anglophone countries, so in Africa, not in Asia, not in the Middle East, not in parts of Europe, not in the Americas, they don't go to Chatham House. It's only poor, non-independent, really independent African Anglophone countries that go to Chatham House. Now, the Francophone countries in Africa, they go to Paris too. So at the end of the day, we are still under, Africa is still basically tied to the apron strings of their European masters. We are all still tied there, and we all go there. And now the Fulani has arranged it, has agreed, because they are the boots on the ground of the British. They have agreed that yes, because we'll have to go there and rubber stamp it. Our master will rubber stamp that we'll continue this this administration of their contraption. So we'll go there, and if the British people say no, that we don't like these people, the Fulani will come and make sure that it doesn't happen. The Fulani will make sure that whatever demands or interests of the colonial master is ensured in the contraption. So that is the essence. So once Biafra is able to declare its own independence, why will Biafra get up and go to Chatham House to go and discuss their elections? They will not need to, because unless tomorrow Britain or the UK, which I would not see that kind of scenario ever happening, that the British switch their alliance to Biafra and ensure the independence of a Biafra, and ensure that anything going forward, their interests will always be ensured. And that is why we will now see ourselves going to Chatham House, because their interests, they are the ones who secure the independence. They are the ones who, so they will now make sure that we need to know who is coming in, so that whoever comes in doesn't cancel our treaties and our old agreements that we have with you. You won't wake up tomorrow and nationalize the oil or the gas or the resources the way Gaddafi did in Libya against the Italians. So that's what they would need to ensure. So that's the same thing. It's just common sense. So if we get our own independence on our own out of the British, I don't believe that the British people are the bigger enemy. I believe that the Fulani, the Caliphate, is the bigger enemy, and they are a more potent enemy because they have an ideology that is religious, and they have the finances around the world. From the Middle East, they have the finances. If you look at the annual revenue of the OIC, then you will understand that they have the finances. So we must be resilient. We must understand that we still also need lobby groups, not political, just not diplomatic discussions need to be going on. And of course, we will need to sign off some of our trees, some of our resources too. It's just common sense. As of now, we do not produce these weapons. We need to buy them. And if we have our own industries and we are producing our own weapons, then and producing our own heavy equipment, such as tanks and all that, then we can stand on our own and say, but even Israel, as it stands even today, still receives billions of dollars worth of aid from the United States. And Israel is a developed country. So we cannot operate in isolation from the geopolitical space of the world. So, but I do believe that our government, our PM, Simon Ekpa, the dragon of Biafra land, is actually up to the task. He's quite grounded in that part. So I believe that we'll cross that hurdle when we get there. But as of now, we are in the process of raising our own forces. We need to raise our forces. We need to stand, be able to be a force to be contended with. Once we become a force to be contended with, then we can now come to the table. They can even be inviting us to the table. They will invite us to them because they know now that we are a force to discuss. We have our own place. Do you know that even in Mexico, that sometimes the government parleys with the drug cartels? The drug cartels have cities that they control, that they have the governors, they install their mayors and governors in those places, and they even ensure that who is the president, not this current president of Mexico, but the previous one. So they have this I'm just talking in that, giving that as an example. So we need to get to that stage whereby we have our own control. I believe that the de facto government in the homeland, that is the way we are heading. And once we are able to chase out or delegitimize the zoos administrators which are called governors, senators, House of Representatives, local government chairmen in Biafra land, then we have gotten to the point whereby there will be a roundtable discussion. We will not even need to be going to Buckingham Palace to go and call them. They will be inviting. They'll be sending their diplomats to come and talk to us. Thank you.
Please, can I speak?
Thank you,
Can
brother.
I speak,
So at the
please?
end of the day, my people begin to donate. We need us to donate so that we can empower our armed forces.
Please,
Thank
can
you.
I speak, President Lohim, please?
Biafra ancestors, it's your turn. Who is speaking?
Is President Lohim speaking?
Biafra ancestor. Please, now President Lohim, hold on. Let's see if Biafra ancestors said you should go on. You go on. Biafra ancestors, are you there? You have the mic. Oh, he's no more there. Okay, so the prince. Praise Elohim. Okay.
Thank you, my host, co-host, and all my brothers and sisters in space. Biafran Foreign Legion, everything you said, I agree with you. I only want to differ on one point, and that point is Biafra will not go to Chatham House. Never, we will not go to Chatham House. But every other thing you said, I totally agree with you. I think looking at the nature of who the Fulanis is, and from what we know about them and where they are coming from, and their characteristics, wherever they are, what they do, and their intention and their ideology, which is because they are not indigenous to any of these places they are found. So, and neither are they indigenous in Nigeria. So the thing is clear that I think I want to tell the rest of indigenous people in Nigeria, they should be very grateful to Biafrans. And this is on a very serious note. This on a very serious note. Other indigenous people in Nigeria should be very, very, very grateful to Biafran. They may not see it today. They may not know what is going on. They may not understand what we are doing. But let me say it, and I want to repeat it, and I want to keep repeating it. Other indigenous people in Nigeria, whether the Yorubas, whether the Hausas, whether the Bajis, all of them, they should be very grateful to Biafrans because they are not yet free. I can assure you, I can tell you, because we are dealing with beasts, human animals, not different from Hamas. So, and this must be clearly understood. And let me tell you, they have not done with dealing with the North. They have not done with dealing with the Southwest. They may think all is well with them. I'm telling you, they should get ready for them. The only savior of every other ethnic group in this country, in this contraction, is the Biafrans. And we have taken the bull by the horn. And concerning the treaties, like our brothers said, our government in exile, they are on it. They are having meetings, and that is even the major reason why we have to evolve into a government. Is because it was clear that under organizations and groups and you can't engage these governments and they will take serious. The main reason why we have to involve to a government in exile is for the purpose of interacting with other governments. So when it comes to engaging other governments, that is going on. There's no doubt it's going on. Very, very clear, it's going on. And you see, one thing is clear. Regardless of whoever is financing the Fulanis, regardless of, and don't forget that Nigeria contributes a lot, so much to the Organization of Islamic whatever. You see, and all these resources they are also contributing are also coming from the Biafran land. So the point is, the more we lay grip on what belongs to us and on our territory, the lesser they have the funds that is coming within. You see, so and what we have within, like our Prime Minister have said, a time will come when this war will be self-financing. And that, how will it happen? It's going to be by the time we gain lay hold on our own resources, and that time is coming. So for now, my urge is, Biafrans, everybody must do whatever he can to contribute to our war chest. Very, very important. We are not dealing with human beings. We are dealing with Hamas. The same ideology, the same goal, the same purpose. And let me tell you, we are winning this war. What what the Fulanis are facing in Nigeria as regards to our opposition to the ideology, they have never faced it anywhere. They have never seen people like us. So we have decided that it's enough is enough, and we are ready to take this battle to any length. So all we have to do is get the support of Biafrans, contribute whatever you can, make it a lifestyle to contribute to our war chest. And I can assure you, we have what it takes. We have the fighting force, we have the men, and the equipment is going to come, and it's coming. So we are not going to be in any way in any way, we are not going to be shaken. We are going to deal with these people and going to get our freedom, and it's going to be a fight to finish. And like you said, my brother, Biafran Foreign Legion, they will call us to, and they cannot call us when the thing has not heated up. It's going to be when we are at the height, at the climax, when it becomes a world news, where every major world media is now focusing on what's going on. That's when they are going to call us to a round table, and it's going to happen. So let's nobody think that anybody should relax. No, we are still entering into a more severe fighting. You see, we are going to do it.
So,
You see, we're going to get into that. We're going to fight.
I have a question for you.
Me, please.
Yes.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
between the Fulanese and the British, who is the bigger devil?
Yeah, you see, when it comes to who is more brutal and who is not civilized, that's where we are going to look at it, because we are not going to look at it on because if Britain can say
more evil.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. That you see, the Fulanis are more evil. Why do I say that? In the sense that even Britain has conscience, but the Fulani don't have conscience. So Britain have found a good ally who can do the dirty job for them. So they are more evil, they are more sinister, they are more devilish, they are more diabolic, they are more whatever represents evil, they are more of that. So that is that. That is that.
I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
They are the same. They have the same agenda, the same
Who is
goal.
speaking of? Okay.
Those Fulani and Britain, they are the same goal and the same agenda. Fulani has no place of their own. The same Britain has no place of their own. The land they occupy is not there. So they are all Maruda.
No. Why I said the Fulanis are more dangerous. It's not because
you answered your own. Nobody's questioning you. Everybody
okay. Fine. All right.
What I'm saying is, you cannot say devil and his wife and say who is more wicked. They are the same. I don't know what you are trying to know who is more wicked. These people have been punishing you, and they left for these people to continue, and you're asking who is more wicked. They are the same. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Can we go to Paul? Hold on. Sisu Warrior, my co-host, are you there? Okay. Paul is there.
Hello,
okay.
Sister Stella.
Because I saw your hand raised up. So
yes, I'm here. No, I raised my hand up before because of that question they asked. When our brother answered that, and he later answered it and said, Fulani are the worst enemy we have. They are more dangerous to us now than I said. That one I will not take that answer, my Biafra foreign legend. Legion, I'll be legend. Sorry, I didn't see everything well now. Because just listen, if Britain step out, they come out their hand for Nigeria matter. It will take we, the Biafras, just one day to deal with Fulani, and they will use their land, everything, borrow leg, John leg, take wrong, come off. If they hear anything concern Nigeria, they know go 1 year. If they allow only we Biafra to deal with them, without the help of this, even all Nigeria put together with the Fulani, if Britain or all those Arab countries that are sponsoring them, if they remove their hand, they allow them for us. Fulani, they are nothing to us. They cannot withstand Biafrans. So the people that our real enemy are the Britain and the other all over other world that are sponsoring them. Fulani are nothing. They cannot even near us. They cannot even withstand our army. Look at what they are doing. They are already a country. They have all the money. They have been the one taking all the armor. They have all the weapons. They cannot even withstand us. Just let Britain remove their hand, stay beside and say, okay, let us allow these people to settle themselves, to deal with themselves. Yes, if it's too much, before 2-3 weeks, Biafra, we don't declare Biafra. Fulani, we don't eliminate them from our land. So Fulani are nothing for us. Thank you, my sister. I will just hand up. That is what I wanted to say.
Yeah, please, host, just allow me to just say something, please. I agree with please just allow me, please, just allow me. Please just allow me. Susie, you are very, very correct. You see, Fulanis don't fight; they fight by proxy. They don't have that. They can't face or they fight a war of proxy. What they do is to go to different land, look for stooges. Pay them, buy them over, and then use them to prosecute their war. They don't have the capability to match us in any way. You see, the way they fight their fight is just the same way the British do. They look for proxy within, stooges, enablers within our space, pay them, commit them to commit crime, then buy them over, and then use them against. You see, that's the way they fight their fight. They can never, not in this world, not in the world to come, to match Biafra.
I have a question for you.
Okay,
Does
go
it mean
ahead.
that this 1967 war that passed, the Fulanis, they didn't fight, they didn't use gun? There was another people that they hired, because I don't know.
Okay, let me tell you. During the one thing you know is that their choice of Gowan was not because they wanted Gowan. They wanted to tell the world that this was not religious. That this war had no religious connotation. And Gowan played foolish. He didn't even understand what was going on. They used him as a Christian, as a symbol, to tell the world that this is not this war has no religious connotation, whereas it had. So he now fought like, say, he was fighting as a true Nigerian, a patriotic Nigerian, but he was actually used and dumped. So that's what you can see them killing their people now. So what happens is that during the war, there are a lot of people that came from the Chad. They call them Godo. If you ask those who were around, like me, I'm 70 plus. At least I participated during the Civil War as first of all as bus company. Then I from bus company I went into Red Cross. You see, so I served Biafra in that capacity. So there are these people that are called Godo. Yeah, I'm 70 plus. I'm 70 plus. You see, so yeah. So we had these people called Godo, who they also brought, and those who actually fought this war were the Plateau, Benue, and the Kaduna, and some of these indigenous people. Not really the Fulanis. The Fulani, what they do, like our brother said, they have the political arms, like they are these governors and all these people, these emirs, and then they have the other groups who are ragtag army. You see, so they always use people. You look at what Ahmad Bello said, that they will use the middle belt as what? As a willing tool. You see, that's the way they do their fight. But now, I think the middleweight and all the other, their eyes are getting open. It's just that they don't have the courage that we have. You look at the way they are killing them. These are the people that fought the war for them. Then they brought the Egyptian pilots. Then the Russians supplied the aircraft, while the Egyptians and the Britain also at a point, for the first time during that Cold War, Britain and Russia had to fight the same, join hand to fight the same battle. It doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. So it was just something that they were always using who they will use to fight. They will never match us. I'll tell you, it was fought by the Plateau, by the Benue, by all the indigenous people of the north, and the Godogodos also, who they brought from those Godogodos. They are very tall, you see, and we're using our Mark IV to get them down. So that is it, my brother, my sister. I agree with Susu. These people are not a match to us, but what they do is to fight by proxy. Look at what they are doing in our place, using people like Uzodinja and all the rest of them. It's everyone. They first of all, they commit you to commit crime. They give you money illegally, illegitimate money. They commit you in one way or the other, so that tomorrow you will not be able to say no, and they try to use you against your people. So that's what they use govern against. They use govern against his people. Look at the way they're killing them. Are they appreciating of what you did? No, they are not appreciative. They are killing their people because they want to take over their land. And I just pray that they should understand what is going on, because for us, we are free. For them, they have not seen what is coming upon them. So that is my sister.
Help them.
God help them.
Thank
Like
you,
I agree with God help them.
Please,
yes, can I
speak now?
ancestors?
Yeah. I greet all of you. I'm His Royal Majesty, Esn Donors, South Africa. I believe some of you know me. What I'm trying to say here is that number one is that I read the news about I don't know whether Prime Minister is. I know he is handling the issue about Interpol going to Nigeria. They are here. You know, Nigeria believe in bribery. So I want to bring that one in his attention, so that they will know how he communicates with the Finland government about Interpol, because in everything Nigeria, especially Tinubu, they give bribes. Two, I'm greeting Biafra government in exile. They are doing a very big work. Marvelous. They are doing wonderful. But I believe that you people suppose, because we have mineral resources, and this mineral resources is what Nigerian government are taking and buying ammunition and whatever and killing our people. So I believe that the Biafra government in exile, with the Prime Minister, they're supposed to be discussing, because if you are waiting the time you give them billions of dollars like the Nigerian government, because Fulani hold our treasury, I think we will find it very difficult. Like I heard that he want to meet Russia, Putin, and other government in other foreign government who want to support Biafra. I believe that when we have mineral resources like crude oil and gas, especially this one in the worry that they want to take from Niger to Europe, I believe the Biafra government in exile supposed to discuss with them through percentage. When they are taking the percentage, then they supply ammunition because we don't have money to give them. I'm just saying my opinion. I'm not telling them this is what they do because they know what they are doing. This is my first time to speak, or first time some of you who know about Biafra Beast or Biafra information, different name I used to answer, know me as Esn Donors, and you'll be hearing about me. I don't play with Biafra, more especially autopilot. I support them to the last, forgetting that Iruago is messing up here. He know that he won't be talking that rubbish because I have warned him. If he continue it, he will miss in this country. You know what South Africa can do. Then there's a lady who was speaking about spiritual way to fight. True. We can never fight this war, because I want to go straight with what facing us. You can never fight. That is why the problem we are having today is because of our useless Igwes and traditional rulers in Igbo land, in Biafra land. If they can face our idol, because that is Ordinana. Ordinana is too powerful. There is forests these people can never enter. If they enter it, they will buy immediately. So if we can manage to talk to our chief priests in Biafra land, know how to be given, even Fulanis who are coming to kill us or Boko Haram, if they can catch them alive and offer it to the idols, like somebody saying voodoo. Is it somebody was saying voodoo here? I don't know. Something like voodoo. If we can, because all this land have, in different way, blood have split everywhere in Biafra land. If we can use the blood of Fulani, cleanse our land, there's never a way these people will defeat us. Because they can't fight this war without our forefathers, our ancestors. That is why Israel is strong. Because people does not know that Israel believe in our ancestors. So we need people, not all these fake native doctors everywhere, fake pastors. Even in fact, pastors does not supposed to come inside what we are saying, because you know that there's no good pastor in Nigeria, because when they give the Ghana must go, they started speaking rubbish. We will believe in our ancestors. We will believe in our forefathers. We will believe in our shrine means idol. If our fighters like Biafra Liberation Army, Eastern Securities, anywhere they go to war and meet these Fulanis, because they come to kill us, they get them alive, offer it to idols, because idol drink only blood. The other one is chaff. I believe that we will defeat them without wasting time. There's fight, there's gun, bullet, can never fight. So that is why when you go across my offer, when I'm praying, I say, I'm giving our ancestors, our forefathers, I'm sacrificing the Boko Haram repentance, Boko Haram, our Nigerian military soldiers, or the zoo. Let them, by our ancestors buy them, drain their blood and buy them. Let Ojuku them, the heroes, drain their blood and buy them. So if people are represented, because some of us, like I'm here, I'm in South Africa, although I go once, I travel, I go back, maybe I will stay 2 weeks or 3 weeks. If our native doctors, the main native doctors, not to these small boys who flew everywhere in Facebook looking for somebody to defraud, all these native doctors from 70 years, 80 years, you know, there's something you will do. Bees will never allow military soldiers to enter our forest. Common bees, and so on. So this is what we're supposed to put eyes more in believing in our ancestors, believing in our forefathers, offering them what they need. Inquiring from seers, the chief priests, the seers, then BIAFRA, what can we give the forefathers for them to take and support us in defeating the Fulanis or taking their land? Because there's no war. Like, for example, my land in Nigeria, I'm living my forefathers was living in the border of two towns, but we are few and they're big. When they try to come to take the land, we have to bring idol, offer them something, and we didn't go to war anymore. They wiped all of them, took the whole land, chased them away. But the problem is that we are not with our king, the longer throats. How are we gonna find the true ones? You know? How are we gonna find the true ones to be these? Even if we didn't give them human beings, we give them cow, all those things they want. Invoke the spirit to come out. If you will see that spirit to come out like a human being and fight, honestly. So that is my own contribution.
I'm sorry,
today.
we don't do human sacrifice, please. We don't do human sacrifice. No, push that thing for
no,
here.
I just give example. I'm not saying you must do that because I'm as a king. I don't do that. Okay? I just give example.
Okay. Okay, sir. Can we give a mic to welcome. Can we give a mic to Paul Ezieme? After Paul, Uncle. Who is speaking now?
Just give Uncle. After Uncle, I go, please. 1 minute.
Okay, so Uncle Awumbumi, good evening from here. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Nemo Chestela. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you have the mic.
Thank you so much. And may God bless all of you for what you are doing. May God bless and protect Mazen Namdekano where they have kept him. May God bless Prime Minister and fortify him physically and spiritually. May God bless our warriors wherever they are in Biafra land, protecting the life of our people, women, children, the elderly, and our land. May God bless the great women who are also fighting for the liberation of the Biafran people.
He said,
I fought in 5 different wars. You can call them peace enforcement or United Nations peacekeeping operations under the Nigerian army. And for most people that doesn't know me, I am the Diokpara of Biafra. My father is a Ghanaian, and my mom is from Ngwa tribe in the Igbo-speaking Biafra.
Okay.
I served almost 80 years in the Nigerian army. It's Obingwa. Obingwa, that is where it came from.
Obingwa, okay, okay.
Ndị Akata Autonomous Community. We are
Hold,
very
hold
close
on,
to.
Uncle, hold on. So, Biafra ancestors, please, can you mute your mic so that it won't be interfering? It's echoing.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you, Auntie
Finish,
Stella.
go on.
My mothers, we are very close to Korumeshin, Ekorekbeni, Ekoruko, Ekorabasi. We are very close, and my mom is very, very fluent in the Ibibio language of the Akwa Ibom people. I fought those wars, and Chukwokika Abiyama saved me. Even where I was supposed to be killed, I survived. Even in Russia, when I went there I almost died because of snow. But Chukwokika Abiyama saved me. The Israelis, where the Christians go for pilgrimage today, took all the monies that they have earned in Biafra land, go for free pilgrimage in Israel, has never relied on the sacrifices that Israelis, some of them the Jews, are still carrying out today. They devised means to protect themselves. They fabricated and produced one of the world's most advanced technology, war technology, to fight their enemies. Like this, my Royal Highness, I do not know how many times you have contacted the Ezes, the Igwes, the Obis, and the warrant chiefs in Biafra land to contribute. The bishop that was kidnapped paid 100 million naira in order to get himself freed, instead of getting killed so that he will inherit the kingdom of heaven that I have not seen. He paid 100 million to free himself. But when Biafran government in exile, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, asked them for donation so that we will manufacture things that we can use to fight our enemies in the land, they refuse. But they prefer to pay for ransom. If Israel were paying money for ransom or doing sacrifices, do you think that they will be alive today? This is the question we need to ask ourselves. How much most of us that have money have contributed to support the warriors that are protecting our land from these uncircumcised people that are bent in taking over our land and pillage our people, rape and kill and take over our land? How much have we contributed? Most of the Biafran people in exile, men and women, how much have they sacrificed to support the Prime Minister so that our people in the forest will be properly equipped? In my own line of profession, we can produce drones and weaponize them in order to fight these enemies that are coming in. But we are making it difficult for the Prime Minister. We are making it difficult for Nnamdi Kanu to free our land. We could have liberated our land long before now, but because of our lackadaisical attitude, nonchalant attitude, our people are killed on a daily basis. These evil people are occupying my mother's ancestral land on a daily basis. Like I always say, I don't wish that we will fight war in order to free ourselves. Chukwokike Abiyama will find a way. As long as we are doing one thing or the other, we are not idle. We did not fold our hands in between our legs and praying and fasting that God Almighty will come and help us. He is going to help us. He is going to help us. For many years and decades, our people have been doing sacrifices. Goat, fowl, and so on and so forth. What has happened to us? What has happened to the Biafran people? What has happened to my mother's ancestral land? I wept today when I read on the news that over 70 dead decomposing bodies were found around the bushes of Olopanta, which Ojo Zokalo indirectly, surreptitiously gave to these enemies that don't want us to survive. I do not know. And I'm very, very happy today that Alex Oti has destroyed that particular place. And I want it to go round. I urge them to do it and do it properly. Because our people cannot be killed.
Uncle, he
Yes,
said he has destroyed the area. Are you sure?
Yes, I saw the video.
The cattle
I saw the
market,
video.
the crime market.
Yes, I saw the video and I saw his presence in the market as well while I was with Alex O HQ today when we were analyzing it. He went there himself. Our people are killed in their own land. Who does that? Who will allow that to happen? Who will allow that to happen? The people that we are praying for their liberation. And some elements from different places that we don't have nothing in common will come there settle because of one politician. Fulani man doesn't need every Fulani people to come and fight you. They only need one person that they are going to support to fight, just like they supported Afonja. What these people have done in the past, our people are seeing it, but they don't want to learn a lesson. Formerly, I was in the north. Throughout my military service, I served in the north. Formerly, you call them Hausa Fulani because of what they did. The same divide and rule tactics they used against the indigenous Hausa people in the northern Nigeria and the minority ethnic groups, indigenous ethnic groups in northern Nigeria, is the same thing that they are doing to us today, using our own people. Today, before, when you call them Hausa, they say, no, we are not Hausa, we are Hausa Fulani. But today, a Fulani man that has used them and dumped them, the only thing that is relevant in the north today, like I witnessed, was only the Hausa language. Everything has been taken over. Emirate and Caliphatism has taken over the northern part of Nigeria, which formerly was not their way of life, but it has been introduced to them, forced on them through jihad. Do we want something to happen to us? And I pity the innocent people in the north that are bearing the brunt of what their ancestors, their forefathers, their grandfathers did to Biafran people. I pity them because that tiger they fed that time corrupted their mind. If you want to know the people that fought Biafra, majority of the people that fought Biafra was from the middle belt. Benue, the thieves, the Jukums, the Domas that shared the same cultural values with the Igbos and the Biafran people were the people they used to fight. The Southwest people, some of the riverine areas, these were the people they used. And when you go to the archive in War College in Abuja and the School of Infantry, you will see all those things there, boldly and clearly written. So I ask our people, we don't worship any other God apart from the God of creation. Whatever you see that was written was what they came to see in our place. They went back and wrote it and brought it back to us for us to consume. And that is why I say today, the Israelis that are fighting today, they never rely on their God and sacrifices. They still practice today to fight. They have developed the world's most modernized war instruments. that they are using to defend their land against the enemies that surround them, that doesn't want to live, that doesn't want them to live on this surface of the earth. What are we going to do? The question we must ask ourselves today, what are we contributing to the emergence and the sustenance of our warriors that are protecting our land? Thank you, and may God bless all of you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Uncle. Can we go to Paul Ezieme if he's still there?
Okay, thank you very much. I won't be named our dear brother. You spoke very well. The only thing I'm asking everyone is that go and contribute, pay your Biafran liberation tax. Everything boils down to money. Money is what we use. That most of our people now in our land without getting slaughtered every day. It's because of our liberation army. Pay your liberation tax. That our people are not crying. They are not living in a refugee camp nicknamed IDP. Is what our people are doing on the ground. Because our leader, before he got kidnapped, after also Wala, the lady that was cut into pieces, our leader wrote to the criminal stooges known as governors. They did not do anything. Our leader established a Eastern Security Network on 2020. That's the reason why we are not in a refugee camps. Please do your part. Contribute to make sure we sustain our men. After our men chase them out of the bushes, they now give them uniform to come and kill our people. That our people are no longer dying is because of our liberation army. That they are not in our waterways to blockade us the same way they did in 1960 to 1967. It's because of Black Marine. What are you doing? Search your conscience. Are you paying your liberation tax? Are you going to www.ipobinUSA.org/donate to pay your fair share? Because this freedom is not for only Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, but he's the one bearing the burden. He's the one suffering. He's the one kidnapped, extraordinary rendition to the zoo. He's the one being tortured. He's the one in a DSS dungeon. He said he will lead from the front. Are you doing your own part? Because this freedom is not only for him. He's the one that lost his parents. He lost his comfort, his family, because of this struggle. What are you doing? Are you doing your part? I leave it here because I'm on the way. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, because I'll be rounding up now. We've been here for almost almost 5 hours. 5 hours. So
5 hours.
Yes, I want to be rounding up so that I can go and do other things. And so my co-host,
Sister Stella Nemoche, I've not been getting the notification anymore. I don't know what is going on. I've not been getting notification.
are we following ourselves? Let's follow ourselves now and find out.
I think it's a new account she has. I don't think.
No, I've been here. I have, most of our Biafran, agitators, fighters on my distance, but I don't get it. Sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't come. I don't know what is going on.
I don't know, because me too, I'm afraid. I don't want to be having problems because I don't know how to solve the problem. So I try to avoid it, not to even follow anybody. So I don't know, because if I have problem now, I'm finished. I don't know what to do. So I prefer staying on my own, so I can always enter when I want to enter, come out when I want to come out. You understand? So if you like, let's exchange followers. Or how do I say it? If it's the problem, because I don't know the problem.
Yes, anytime you are coming, my handle is there. It's you just send me this link so that I will come in. I will be informed,
Okay,
and come and join you people and air my own opinion in this struggle. Thank you, ma.
Okay, sir. God bless you. I want to be concluding, but I've not heard somebody's voice here. Who is Ben Owabo? Ben Owabo, you've not said anything. So can you say something for 3 minutes and then I try to conclude?
Thank you, the host. Thank you, Stella. Although I'm not going to take up to 2 minutes anyway, because I just want to say that thank you, the co-host, and all speakers and those who are listening attentively here for what we are doing. As regard to the topics.
And he's not saying anything.
Are you not hearing me?
Is he with us or is not with us?
Speaking. Are you not hearing me?
We can hear you. I can hear you from here.
So thank you very much, the host, the co-host, and all the speakers and listeners. And as regard to the topics, what we have been saying, we've been saying a lot about it, and that is how it is. It's going to be that we need to fund our army, our liberation, pay our liberation tax, and ESN and other things. And I thank Awibumi for what he has also said. And the Biafra, is it Biafra, who was speaking like Organiru Biafra? Maybe he's the one, I don't know. Anyway, he said a lot about the Fulanis. But what I want to say is that we shouldn't forget that the real enemy, even in the family, unless somebody in the house that will tell the outsider that there is food in the house that you want to eat, or there is something that you need to destroy in the house. So they will go through that person. So the real enemy we know we are fighting now is our own people, the governors, all those thieves, all those Hanezes, and followed by other people before Fulani, because the Fulanis are the one that use them because of money. So between the Fulani and them, they are our inner enemy in the caucus. They are the wicked and the most dangerous people because they are the one who told the outsiders how to come in. They are the one who is telling the outsiders what to do. They are the one who is telling the outsiders where to invade. The British, they're just using the Fulani as a stepping stone for them to do their job for them. So that is it. Anyway, for all the people that have spoken today, that's very good. And one of our elder who was in South Africa, we know that many people, everybody has been compromised, especially the Ezes in our land, even my own area, all the priests, every one of them, they have been compromised because they did not warrant that position before they got it. Even some Oba or some Eze, they don't warrant it. They bought their position with money, they bought them there to put them here, and they are carrying empty or fall for hand, which is not even powerful. So the Israelites will know that, yes, they are fighting, but they not sit down. I will say that the Israel God came from there, or we are worshiping the God of Israel. They did not sit down and start praying. Pray. Let's assume they continue to pray. They would have been wiped out a long time ago, but we will put prayer on our head. If the church goers should change their mind and start putting that their tithe and offering to what we are doing, we will go further than this to another step. So that is it. And if all of them can have that number 6 working in their head to stop going to church for a week or 2 weeks, I am telling you, the priests and the pastors, they will know that something is happening, is about to happen. Anyway, thank you again for giving me the opportunity. I rest my mic for now. Thank you.
Sister Stella, are you there?
Go on and give the mic to Biafra Legion. So he will give 1 cent and you conclude, and I'll do the final conclusion. Thank you.
Okay.
Uncle. Sisu, you wanted to ask me a question earlier.
Yes, okay, you still remember. So you get one English where you speak. I dey try to speak that English to Percy. So I just want me you explain that to me well. When you said they're Fulani, they are psychopaths. I talk am well.
Oh, psychopaths. People now. Psychopaths, people we don't mentally stable.
Okay, now be psychopath.
Person we know well. Person know well na psychopaths. When person we gets koi, upstairs. Now person na psychopath be that. Yes.
Okay, now we say I understand what I understand that. So now we say I explain that because I use that I use because I know for Italy psychopathico. So I never know that language for Nigeria before I come Europe. So I know for Italy, I know what it mean. So I call they talk for English, I call sister part. So the person they tell me another thing. So it could be like saying I mean no con or know what they talk. I don't understand. So that means I said it well. Thank you very much.
Even social part worse.
Okay, social part.
Social part even worse. That's the way they mingle with you to deceive you, but now psychopaths. Social no person where they socialize.
Okay, social part. You go they mingle with you, go they hurt you.
With you, but you get other things for mind. That's a social part.
So hurt. Okay, and they very tell it like you go they clever. You go like all those serial killer.
Deceitful person.
Yes. Okay, deceitful person.
Yeah, like what they call in Hausa, takia. They are using takia. They are using takia to follow you. Takia, that deceitful person.
Deceitful person. That is social part. Okay, thank you very much. I don't learn today. Thank you.
They learn every day. We learn every day.
Okay,
I enjoyed them.
Sisu,
Biafra
can you
foreign
give us your
legions.
conclusion today?
Okay, my closing remark. So I want to thank everybody here that was here today for your submission, for teaching us. We are always come here to teach each other. Thank you for your be focused, because we need to be focused. All we need is Biafra. So we all know that everything that is happening in the world today, just like the president of Israel said, he has talked about Ecclesiastes. The video is there. I was just listening. I listened to it 3 times, and he was saying the truth. He said people should know where they stand from. He said even though the whole world turn against Israel, they don't stand with them, but they are not going to bow down to the bully of Hamas. They are going to fight to the end. So we know that we are Israel. So we are the Africa Jewish. We are fighting. We and the Israelites. We are fighting the same cause. We are facing the same takia. We are facing the same bully, the same battle, because we are the same people that they want to eliminate from the surface of the earth. We are the Christians. We are the real Christians, the one that serve the true Chukwu Okike, the one that serve Osanogodu, are the true God. Our ancestors were serving the true God before the invaders come. Let us always know this, that the God our fathers were serving was the true God. Our leader said it. If you want to know who you are, go to Old Testament. Go to Old Testament, read Old Testament carefully. You will know who you are. We are warriors. We are the true children of God. Our fathers were serving God in the way of the Old Testament. When they see that that way of our serving God was making God to protect us, it was making us powerful. They could not penetrate. They now went to write New Testament. They now torturalize it and use it to come and trap our brain. They now use that one to deceive most people. But somebody like me and you that are here today, they cannot deceive us. We know the truth. We will not fall for their truth. We know that our God is the God of war. As I was saying about the president of Israel, he said there is time for war and there is time for peace. And this is the time for war. We are not going to break down our hand. We are not going to relent until we take what belongs to us, until we defend our land, until we defend the future of our children. We must fight. So I would, by this now, I will encourage everybody, please, let us join hands together. Let us do more. God that brought us to abroad, mostly we that are in overseas. God did not bring us here to come and live good life. God did not bring us here to come and be buying cars, to come and be spending the money home, to go and buy one bag of cement and give the money to Fulani to buy weapons to come and kill us back. No. This is the reason. If you have not known the reason you have been here, I've been asking my question. Why? I don't know why I'm in abroad. Why I was asking myself this question. Why am I not part of those people? Anytime I go home,
Mama, what
Portalo fuori da questa casa, io metto l'archio alla polizia, portalo fuori, mamma.
Okay, arrivo.
Mamma, portalo fuori, io l'ammazzo!
Okay, so my brothers, let us help the government.
Mamma, io l'ammazzo!
Okay, I will greet you people now. I have problem with my children. They are fighting. So let me take care of them. Thank you very much.
Okay, Sisu Warrior,
Settle them.
you are